Greetings, YouTube. In the real world, I'm a bit of a weirdness magnet. Strange things seem to congregate around me. When I was leaving for work Tuesday night at 9:55 p.m., I noticed something hanging from my mailbox. It was a wooden-faced clock, or at least the borders of the clock were wooden. It was octagonal shaped. It had a round white face with black lettering and black hands. It looked very much like a clock face you might see much larger on a tower somewhere in a civic center. Slightly ornate lettering and slightly filigreed hands. It was hanging from my mailbox by a piece of faded, heavy purple yarn, and attached to the back of the clock was a speaker that had been hardwired into the electrical clock mechanism. On Wednesday, I disposed of the clock. Thursday, while taking a shower and shaving my head, something I do once a week, my phone rang. In and of itself, nothing unusual. When I went to check the phone for messages, there were no messages. There was an alert, however, and the person that had called me, phone number was listed as 000-000-0000, a number that I'm not sure if I have ever encountered before. Now, these two events are completely unrelated. They have nothing to do with each other. However, I am a game master. So it got me thinking, how could I, or you, use these two unrelated events if they are in fact inextricably linked? What if they are connected? How are they connected? What do they mean? Is one a setup for the other? Is the one a warning about the previous? What do they have to do with each other? Who would make and deposit such a clock on my mailbox? Who would make such a phone call from such a phone number? Now, obviously, this particular scenario works best in a modern setting, though it doesn't necessarily have to be the actual real world. Urban Arcana would be completely suitable, the D20 modern setting that has both magic and mystical events that take place in the real world. Dark Matter, a very much of an X-File setting, would also be very appropriate. Call of Cthulhu would be very appropriate for this particular scenario idea. Now, it got me thinking, let's look upon these two events as two steps in a 3-beat scenario. So we have the clock, we have the phone call. What is the third beat? What is the next thing that happens to complete the trilogy and to pull our characters, in this case myself, into the plot? What would you, as a game master, use as the next plot point? And what would you, as a gamer, find most interesting? Or what would you surmise would be the next event in this series? I'm just trying to find a way of using real-world events in a role-playing aspect. I thought it was mildly entertaining. My wife smiled when I suggested I was going to make this video. So anytime I can make my wife smile, it's a good day.